Okay, hi everybody. I am live now on Twitch, and it's great to see everybody. Okay. Um, it's great to see everybody, and I'm starting. So, um, okay. This is the 737 Max. Beautiful plane. Beautiful plane. And I'm setting everything up. I just got everything working. So, I'm hoping that I can have everything ready sooner than later. So here we go. I know the flight that I want, so I'm going to try to go into SimBrief and start the flight. So I'm in SimBrief now, and this is just a beautiful tool that we have from them. So in SimBrief, I'm going to pull up a flight that I have already, and I just want to create this flight so I have something to use for charts, which is helpful. Again, SFO and MSFS don't have things coordinated well, so anything that I use from SimBrief won't go directly into the flight sim. So I have to download this. I have to do a lot of different things. I have to make some adjustments. So it's a few more steps, but worth it, I think. Worth it. Because it's such a nice plane, and it's such a nice sim, and I think there's no reason why they won't catch up. Microsoft won't catch up to what they're doing with SimBrief. There's no reason why that wouldn't be that way. 1,000 feet. Passengers. Auto. Need to find the right airframe. This just gives me a default airframe. 737 PBJ2 maybe? yet. Don't have a lot of choices here. This is such a brand new thing that it's probably not even in here yet. The airframe that was created for 2024 is probably not uploaded yet by anybody. So I'm just gonna have to make do with what I have. BBJ3, 737, BBJ3 is probably the closest that it's gonna get, in my opinion, so we'll just say it's full. Level 320, depart, 25 right. Right. On. Payload is auto. Okay. So far so good. And I have just a very basic setup. Very basic route. Everything's very, very normal. So I'm gonna save the flight. Generate the flight plan. So, I know you can't see what I'm doing here. I have Navigraph charts that I'm going to open. They should be open, I just can't find them. Where? Graph charts. You have to quit back into it. Okay, they're open. Great. So, whenever I'm setting up these flights, I like to first make sure the cabin is set and all the passengers are in good shape. So, let me check the ground crew. Also, I like to check I have kind of a to-do list when I do these things. We're just flying regular LA to San Francisco. It's a route that I know very well. I've never flown a 737 MAX yet, so I'm looking forward to this. So, I have a to-do list whenever I start a new flight, just to make sure I have all my bases covered. So, first I like to set the weather, the date and time. So, since this is stream, I'm just going to set this just the middle of the day, late morning, matter of fact, and just clear skies. I have that set, and this sim probably won't have too much ground crew, so I like to simulate a lot of things. So degrees Celsius cabin. So we're at about 23 degrees Celsius in the cabin, which isn't bad. And okay, our navs aren't on. So going turn on the smoking sign will be auto. Everything looks okay here. So if you know much about flight sim, you know about PMDG, and it's really an impressive simulator. They make great sims there. So I've only flown PMDGs, and I've skipped flying everything else just as a reflex. I haven't tried to fly anything except PMDGs, but this looks really good. This looks like I can fly it. This looks like it'll give me a very good approximation of what flying will be. So I'm happy to give this a try. Now, the tablet is over here, but I'm going to try to use this one. Might be a little bit easier to use. So, let's start the flight plan. And one, two. Try to load the flight plan like this. I try to make sure the cabin is set and the time of day is set, and even the passengers and the fuel are set. Make sure everything is locked and everything is ready to go. Before I try to start in with the flight plan. I haven't looked through the cabin of this jet yet. Kind of curious to see what it's like. I guess I may as well. Let's give a quick look. I think won't be surprised in a bad way or anything. So okay, Q, and then let's just go through the cabin. See what's here. good at this. So, wow, this is nice. Come into the cabin first, I guess. This is the bathroom. It's the restroom. The end of the back of the. I don't know the controls either, really. Okay, look around. Wow, this is nice. Their sink, this is their lavatory. Beautiful lighting. Shower here. This way. Through the shower. This is the suite. This is an ensuite. Beautiful, beautiful. Guy style. Master suite. This is a VIP cabin, it looks like. And this is a spot for the VIP's assistant. So this is VIP's conference room. Nice. This looks sectioned off from the rest of the crew. The rest of the group. So this is maybe some kind of a private thing. This is the restroom, and this is the door, so I wonder if you just enter this part from this door here through the bathroom. Why not? There's another entrance over there. So this looks like just one level here. Now we're gonna zoom through this wall, and this looks like a conference room. So if you're in one part of the airplane, it looks like you can't get to the other part, which doesn't seem thought through, but who am I to judge? So we're going to go further. Over here. Bar. Another conference room, it looks like. I don't know what this is. This is a restroom, it looks like. Restroom. And this comes to the main lobby, or to the main entrance. And this is the way in. And maybe that wall opens and closes, I bet, for the VIP. This wall here must somehow close completely. There's probably some kind of an access point there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So, back to the cockpit. So, I have everything set. I think the interior is okay. I'm looking at the outside air temperature. It's 15 degrees Celsius outside, and it's listing 22 in the cabin, or as the duct supply goes. So maybe that's not a bad temperature. So I want to look and see if I have any information about the systems. So the weather radar, trim, standby stuff here, printer. Zoom in here. There's some information here about systems. Okay. FD, this is a big huge nav display. Engines. What is that? Okay, FD recall info. No info available. Engine transfer. Okay. Display selector right. Input selector. This must be just some generalized device. To interact with some element. So, there's no information available. Systems. Probably all the systems that I have right now. Okay, we'll just go with this. I think this is going to be fine. So, coming back over here. Systems look good. The brakes are on. I'm gonna go here to the MFD. I'm gonna input the route now. So let me bring up this page, and the route's right here. But I'm going to use another route. Let me reset this. And send the route to avionics. So I just cleared the route. And let me just create a new route. So I want LAX to San Francisco International. Departure runway 25 right, arriving runway 28 left. Going to be taking the summer 2 departure. Stoked transition. Not even any en route. We're going to go directly to the arrival once we get up there. So, arrival is Surfer 4. I don't see it. Alright, okay, Surfer 4. So, I'll see if this works or not. And ILS 28 left. So this is flight level 320. Oh. And this is an IFR flight. Flight number 0737. And my call sign is PTO737. So, let me look at the flight. Prison, Splant, Stoke, Surfer, Gnarly, Epic. This looks good. Fuel weight doesn't seem right. I'm going to try to send this route to avionics. I think it looks good. I'm going to go to flight performances, and I want to set everybody that this flight will not the amount of people, or set the mass imbalance. I'm going to set a full flight. I don't know why it changes back to 7% everything. Aircraft was successful. 10% cargo seems about right. And fuel, you need 12,000 pounds of fuel. So this is way too much fuel. So try to bring this back a little bit. About that much, about 30%. Okay. Looks good. The environment, this page has not been working. My flaps 1. LAX. 24 right. And it's not bringing up anything. There's no way to press enter on this. So, I think that's fine. I think I'm gonna skip it. Okay, I've done about as good with this as I can do. Looks like they have charts here. Departures. Summer 2. What it looks like. Summer 2, alright. So if I go to this flight, and here we go. Here are my charts. So this is good. Clipped charts. So, looks like I have my flight plan here. I want to check my flight plan, make sure it's going to be fine, it's going to work. So, set this to plan page. Back here again, and we check the legs page. I'm gonna try to step through these. Docker, Evos, AG, Dark Summer, Olif, Prison, Splint, Stoked. And it's continuity, surfer, gnarly, waves, epic, wallet, Eddie, and He-Man, do it. 2-8 left. So the plane looks good. The flight plan looks good. So to continue here, I'm going to set the perfinit page. There's no perfinit request, so yeah. PMDG has a quick there's a quick kind of cheat thing. Zero fuel weight. If you double click this, then it will populate it automatically. So I'm going to use my sim brief that I think cannot see in the stream. So Here, cruise wind, this is the average wind. So it's 206 by 22. 206 by 22. So enter that. Valid entry. 22 knots. Valid entry still. Average wind 206 by 22. Cruise altitude. Flight level 320. Cruise wind 206 degrees by 22 knots. Doesn't take it. Wonder why. Probably not modeled. So upper climb is minus 44 degrees Celsius. Reserves. Let's set something low, just 5 for reserves, and cost index very low, 8. Cost index. So we choose N1 limit. There's not good performance calculator tool here. Let me try this one, but try the one on the SimBrief website, but I don't know how much luck I'm gonna have with it, because the numbers aren't going to be close. Gross weight 121.3 because the airframe not listed here. One, 1 gross weight. This must be a different airframe, so I don't think I can even use this. So I'm just gonna have to guess. And one limit, this is probably fine. I'm just not gonna set a D rate. This is probably gonna be fine. So flaps, just 1, flaps 1, and it's the same auto-populate, 3.50 for the trim, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to, but this is a business jet. Runway wind, it's probably not very much because I set conditions as clear. I'm just gonna leave that off. Set the performance and takeoff I've set. And let me make sure I have the departure set. Departure set, arrival. Prepare for transition from eddy. Execute to route. Okay, I have this set the way I want it now. Close this. Just head over to the likes page. So this is systems. This back here. Back to nav. Okay, so I'm ready to start setting more configuration after all of that. So I'm going to zoom in here. Trim is 350. Or it looks like it's almost set at 350. Okay. Range, the radios. I'm just gonna leave. The radios work. Know what they're doing. Look at the radio panel. There's no way to set the radios. Should look that up. If it's ready or not. Light deck door. Might not be a lot of control yet over radios and DRRs and things like that. It's probably all automatic. And the HUD, the heads up display, probably is automatic too. Try setting the flaps. It's up. Leading flaps. Flaps 2, flaps 1. This is in-flight entertainment, and this is cabin utilities. We can turn cabin utilities on now. Start selector. Looks like some of this stuff is not, maybe not modeled. Let's see. Why those aren't on? That lighting's not working. Okay, I can see something here. Okay. Very light. Can't see this that well. This is the flight altitude selector for in-flight pressurization. Need to have that set. Land altitude, flight altitude. Oh, here we go. Now I see this. So we want ground power. I want to make sure this is on. Numbers are changing a little. TR1 DC amps. TR2. Looks like ground power is on, even though it's switching around a little bit on me. Ready. So maybe I can see these other systems now. These radio systems. Turn up the stuff. Yeah, here we go. It's lit now. Error on the VOR. So I want to put in the ILS for 25 left, because if I have to fly around the land for any reason, then I want to have that available. So I'm going to pull up the chart. Approach chart. ILS 25 left. Have a look at it. And I want to get the frequency off of it. Frequency is 109.9. So clear this out. 10990 as a backup. 10990. So that is set. The transponders here. There is no place to put in information for the heads-up display. So we might not be using it. The TCAS system. this display here. SilCal, tail number, expander, flight information. Turn on the flight directors right now. So they've done a good job with this. I think I'm going to use this in the future. There's some stuff you can't do, but I think it's modeled well enough that it's usable. It's almost completely usable. So I'm going to go over here to NavGraph again, and I'm going to set my landing runway. LS28 left from Eddie. Add that to the route. Look at the minimums for this approach. Minimums are 200 feet. But I'm just going to use a barometer. Barometric minimum, 213 feet. So I'm ready to read the departure. Top altitude on the departure is 23,000 feet. So set that here. So, Summer 2 departure, climb heading 251 to 640, then direct to Docker at or below 3,000 feet. So it's really close to the airport, so there's no way I'm going to go over that. And EVOS at or below 5,000 feet. So whenever I climb, I'm going to try to climb kind of easily. I'm going to try to not climb too fast so I can make these restrictions. Then to MacGee, then on track to cross dark at or below 12,000. So at or below 12,000 means I'm going to have to climb kind of slowly as well. But it's just straight out west, just a westward departure. And I'm just going to climb kind of slowly. So, let me see. If I write, the heading is 251. Setting it here. Huh. If I've one on the heading, and the speed should be 2, which is 141. Okay. Great. Just going to skip ATC for now. I think everything is ready. Set the fasten seatbelt signs to auto. It's ready to start the APU. I'm going to have a look around exterior of the flight right now. My Boeing business jet. So this is LAX. It's a rep of the FBO. This would be the FBO around here. Just going to do a straight pushback. I think everything is clear, so I'm going to start the APU now. Info available. Going to turn on my fuel pumps. Going to turn on the anti-collision light. Check the AP generator. Okay, looks like it's ready. So, current power, bus. Turn on in-flight entertainment. Set bleed air on the packs. Hydraulics should be powered now. Getting information on hydraulics. All engine recall, nothing. Systems. I'm not showing an increase in hydraulic pressure. Completely used to these new systems, but I bet I'm doing okay. Have a look at the panel. Packs are on. Okay. Turn on bleed air supply. Gonna set the yaw damper on. Set ground power to off. Okay, looks like AC amps. Ground power. I think that's good. Did this caution. Everything looks good. Just look at the outside. Outside looks good. You can hear the APU going. So I need a pushback. Let me see if the anti-collision lights are going. Turn them on, but sure. See them. I don't think you can see them. Position lights weren't on either. Look again. The lighting doesn't seem modeled well. Probably pretty normal. Okay. I'm gonna set for a push and start now. Not gonna worry about the course setting or anything like that. Call for push start. Relay ground. Ground services. West pushback.
Los Angeles ground, November 66556, 6 requesting pushback.
November 66556, 6 pushback request accepted.
Los Angeles ground, United 198 at General Aviation Parking Information India. Request pushback.
United 198 Los Angeles ground. Pushback approved.
Los Angeles ground, United 198 requesting pushback.
Los Angeles ground United 198 no pushback tug is available to answer your request.
Okay, I can't tell if they're ready. They're just waiting for me. So set that. Okay, and it does start. And see if moving the rudder changes. No, it does not. It's gonna come straight back. And further I can come back.
Los Angeles ground,
Otherwise,
United 198 with India ready to taxi IFR.
okay, it looks like it's doing
United
this
198
automatically.
taxi to and hold short of runway 25.
Okay,
Right
I'm
using
gonna
taxiway
start
Alpha 1
just now.
Alpha Foxtrot cross runway 25. Left Foxtrot cross runway 25. Right Foxtrot Bravo Bravo 1. Contact tower on 119.8 when ready.
Getting close.
Taxiing hold short runway 25, right using taxiway Alpha 1 Alpha Foxtrot cross runway, 25 left Foxtrot cross runway, 25 right Foxtrot Bravo Bravo 1, United 198.
Okay. Have this set and don't see engines rolling. This might be another automatic. Starter.
United 198 hold position. Caution the generic on upwind.
Nothing is happening. Wonder if the engine is spinning. Take a look. Not spinning. Probably no bleed air. So let me try turning off the pack. Okay, now it's good. So there's no way to start it with the pack on. Okay. We'll verify. Looks like it's spinning now. That's a motor range. Start. Pretty sure we're gonna have a good start here. That's a good start, so bring this, start the other one. good starts. Check a few things before you go much further. Settings, controls, autopilot, increase autopilot reference altitude. This is the SciTech, so I don't need to change the reference altitude with anything. Just vertical speed. Try vertical speed. Vertical speed. And again, vertical speed. Increase autopilot vertical speed. Okay. Where was this set? Increase vertical speed. So change that and delete that. Because I think that that was not working. That I'm going to click here. Toggle vertical. This worked last time. Try. Okay, that works. And okay, that does work. Okay. Great. So, going to the engine start. I'm gonna come off of APU gens and on to engines. Bleed. Turn off the APU bleed and just turn off the quickly. Turn on the taxi line. Turn on the fasten seatbelt line. Good here. Arm LNAV and VNAV on the ground. Then turn on terrain button. Taxi now. So let me look outside and I'm gonna do a check. I'm gonna do a flight controls check over right next to this plane. Elevator, rudder, ailerons. So, just going to have us taxi now. Just set a way. I need to have a way to set the reversers on this plane. Well, so let me look at that real quick before I do too much else. Settings. Cursor set. Settings, controls. This. Toggle throttle reversers. Save, back. So, let me see if that actually does that. Okay, it does work. Great. Okay. So we'll do it that way. Parking brakes are released, and taxi. Okay, this is nice. Oh, it's one is coming. If the lighting works any better now. Can't really see the lighting that well. Five knots, we can speed it up a little. Have any traffic set? Wonderful. Who wouldn't want to do something like this in real life? It's just... there's just no words for it. Hey Tyler's, hi, Aomi. Let me pull up to the parking spot and then I'll answer your chat. Sorry, paying close attention. Give me just a moment here. Crossing the runway. I don't see anyone coming. So I'm gonna come up here and try to line up. I'm not sure if this is the best way to do this or not, as far as working the throttle. It's the way I learned it. Just to give a little bit of thrust and then let it settle. Okay, there's no one coming, so I'm just gonna go the long way around and try to have as much runway as I can. I'm gonna come up here, cross the runway. Yeah, this is 2024. Tyler's, and okay, and I will send you AOME01. I'll send you an invite, a Discord invite after stream. Thanks for your messages. I hope you're enjoying everything. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or talking about, let me know. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to come up to this line here and I'm going to get ready to take off. But I'll try to do a whole lot of things at the same time. The lineup point for 25 right. So I'm want to swing the nose around, and I'm just gonna leave it here like this. Set brake here. Let me answer your chat real quick. Okay, yeah. I guess I don't need to send a message, but yeah. Check the messages. You set up here for takeoff. Turn on my lights and set these to continuous. Verify the flow. Run my flow here. X are good. There's plenty of power coming in. Hydraulics are good. Gonna arm the auto throttle. Rain is set. Transponder is set. Good. With lights. Light the cabin to be ready for takeoff. Gonna line up now. No one's coming. See, gave us takeoff clearance, so run up the engines, let them settle a little bit. I'm just gonna set takeoff thrust, and here we go, 65 knots. Okay, rotate. Okay. Alright. Wow. Pulling back a lot. This is a climb thrust. Damn. Take off. Wow. What's going on? Back on this, but I don't have the set right. Really. Just a second. Settings, controls, light surfaces, primary, hardware settings. I had to do this last time. Minus 2.5, and then here, minus 2.5. Might as well set it that way. Back, and resume. Okay. Now, can I pull this back far enough? Okay. Okay, we're climbing good now. I'm gonna line it back up. Speed is very high, so let me try to pull back a little bit on the throttle. And let me try to fix the pitch. Back a little bit on the throttle. You have the flaps. Flaps are in. Dang. The speed is coming up a lot on it. It's coming up that much. God, I'm really pulling back on this throttle. Shit. Why?
20.
Shit. Fucking thing crashed, didn't it? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why? CP speed. So toggle autopilot arm off. Manual thrust. Noticeable. Wow. Buttons aren't working now. Thousand by dark, but 12,000 are below by dark. Have it continue to climb at this rate. Works now. Oh no. Oh. Thought it stopped. Fly over and try to get closer to the actual course. trim it out a little bit. I am 10,000 feet, so set VNav and set auto throttle 1 and set autopilot. Right. Thousand feet is my cruise altitude. No, both of those on. There. Try altitude. Intervene. That's gonna work. Set the bank a bit lower. Okay, we're crossing 10,000 feet, so we can accelerate and turn off the lights. And the strobes. Might head to reset, but I think everything is good. Look at the flight plan to make sure nothing happened to it. Risen splint. Okay. This is route data. There's not going to be any wind information. Surfer Epic falling in. Checks, arrivals. Nothing changed. It's good. Go into VNav and check the climb out. Doing well. Back to the computer again. think my progress. It's gonna be plenty of fuel at the destination. Fix. Going to set some situational awareness here. Look at the legs page. Risen splint. Stoked. It's been stoked. 320. This looks fine. Okay, we're looking great. We're on course, we're looking great. Go to standard. And make sure to close this route discontinuity. Next, okay, I have flight level 320 set. Feels good. Why? Master fuel, caution master fuel set. Oh, we don't need these on. Great. Passing 18,000 feet. Excellent. I see plush Steve Door that your message was timed out. If you can send me a link, or if you can send me a request, I can add you to Discord and you can post whatever you want there. Otherwise, you can just say hi. If you send a message saying what you want to post, then I could let you post something. But thanks for stopping by my stream, though. Okay, we're crossing 21,000 feet, and I'm going to set these at auto. Anti-collision, everything looks good. Just gonna look at the overhead panel. Set this to 32,000 feet. Cabin pressure is increasing. Cabin altitude is about 5,000. And differential pressure is about 6 psi. Looks like it's modeled well. I didn't turn on the pitot heats. Gotta be careful with the pitot heat because you don't want the ground crew to have any problems with it, but you also make sure you turn it on. Generators look good. Cabin air looks good. Max. Oh, ISO valve is not set to auto. Okay. A pretty slow climb. An awful slow climb. You never do anything. You know, altitude intervene. I wonder why it's doing this. Altitude intervene. It's not climbing anymore at all. Wow. Speed intervene? Okay, I'm just gonna use manual setting. Shouldn't be doing that. Airspeed's pretty low now. Wow. Pretty underpowered. Airspeed is getting low, but we are climbing. I think it's underpowered for some reason. What does it say? Airspeed's getting low. Let's set the climb a little bit slower. Airspeed catch up. Wow, I've never seen this before. In one limit. What is con? I set it to that. Oh, that's pretty low though. Limit. Reduce climb. There's no way to set it to auto. Key is not active. So returning. Wow, this is not great. Pitched up 10 degrees. Autopilot is on. Wow, that is pretty weird. Should not be doing that. It's probably a big Soboism. Flight sims tend to not be accurate at all. See if we can speed up now. This is going to accelerate it all. It's such a tough job to make these realistic. Hopefully it'll be able to accelerate, but it's not realistic at all. .10955 is the ILS. I can set that now. .955 is the ILS. So it is accelerating here, but I don't even know if it's going to make it. Climb power is very low, but it shouldn't be a problem. I wonder what settings are. Auto takeoff and go around. This is the takeoff, go around. Alright. So Surfer for 2104, we're going to be at Surfer at 2108. So that's only 4 minutes. Man, this is bad. Probably not going to fly this again, because they did such a bad job of this. Really shouldn't be doing that.
Dallas Airport Information Gulf 0200 Zulu. Wind.
Wonder if cost index is doing this. So let me try a high cost index. Valid entry. Cost index, invalid entry. Let's see. Another number 50. T. Still doesn't like it. Wow. Okay. Descent, I want to go for about 280. A descent, it'll take it. So okay, we're on the descent now. We're in the descent now. I think this is Monterey Bay here. We're gonna come up over this ridge, I think, and the bay is up here. Have a look at the descent. Surfer 4 should be at between 190 and 115, or 15,000 feet, flight level 190 at waves. Which are coming up to. I think we're doing good with that. Coming up to waves. By setting my overlay, got to do that. Well, setting up the stream. Browser. Good. Okay. Looking good on the descent still. Epic is 15,000 feet to 10,000 feet. 10 nautical miles away from it. And we're at 17,000 feet. I'm going to turn on standard. Turn back on the barrow. Turn on radar, terrain. Radar. Still looking good on the descent. Changing the ignition to using the left ignition, since we're not actually starting the plane. Might be good to take some of the wear and tear off of the right igniter. So we're crossing 10,000 feet. Hopefully the autopilot will slow down for the restriction. I don't know if it's going to or not. It looks like it might not be doing that. The ILS. Okay, it looks like it's slowing down. The ILS. And we should be at 3,100 feet at He-Man, so I'm going to try to set this. Sorry, let me go to autopilot, altitude, increase autopilot reference altitude, increase autopilot reference altitude, back, save, back, there it goes. Why it's at 30,000. What was it doing that? I'm gonna bring this to 3,100 feet. Okay, speed should slow down. Close this. This is the arrival. Okay, I'm under 10,000 feet, so set Barrow. Turn on lights. And we're gonna set igniters. Set auto brake. Arm the speed brake. No. Set it. Okay, now it's armed. Okay. Have altitude. Start doing some flaps. We should be at 6,000 at Eddy. I don't think we're gonna make. Increase flaps though. Yeah, we didn't make that at all. I'm gonna set this to manual descent. Use flaps again. And I'm gonna set the ILS frequency. to arm approach mode. Having a tough time slowing down. Okay, just gotta tune this back quite a bit. Throttle is not on. Should be on. F should be set. Approach is armed. Two 284 is the approach course. Set that. And I don't know if this is going to capture anything. Okay, I think we're good. So, two 8 left. Captured, did well. $500.
2,500.
You're down. Laps 25. And I'm gonna set BRF speed. Try to let it settle. Landing flaps.
Southwest 1 tree 46, hold position, caution other traffic. Salinas Airport Information Golf 0200. Hold position.
flight attendants, and it's going to take over manual control. Okay, my plane. There's no wind. I'm back a little bit on the throttle. And I'm just going to try to keep it here.
1,000.
We're looking good. Took a little bit of throttle out. I think we're going a little bit fast still. A bit low. The approach. A little bit of throttle.
500.
Down. Speed's a little bit high.
400. 300. Approaching minimums.
A bit low. I'm just gonna ignore that for now.
200. Minimums.
Fine still.
100.
Speed's good.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Cursors, I don't think I really needed them. That was fine. We're slowing down. Jesus Christ. Plane here on the way. This is 28 left, so we're gonna have to cross 28 right. We're gonna use the next off ramp. Kind of fast. Finds landing, I guess we'll stop and go. There's no way. Okay. That's set. Lights. Start the APU. That off. Takes. Oh. Okay. What's coming? We're almost there. Lot 41. Knots. Ground speed. Down. It's non-movement, but I think Microsoft Flight Simulator does a nice thing where they set you a place marker where you have your arrival gate. You see it over there, that pink plane? So slow down here, turn left, if we're doing this in real life, I'd be very sure I wasn't making any mistakes. I'd be a lot more careful than I'm being right now. As it goes without saying. Guess I may as well try parking right on top of it. Going, so switch generators over here and set that to on and put the engines, set the lights to off, and that's it. Off the strobe, off the anti-collision, off seatbelts. I could probably set ground power now. lead off, turn off the APU. And that's it, we're good. Took a look around outside. Great. Okay. Webcam quit working. Setting it. Wonder what happened. Are restarting it? Huh. Take a look at it. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Um, just a short stream tonight. Thanks everyone for showing up. I will get the Ayomi. I will send out a link to you in the Discord. I'm a little bit bummed about the 737 MAX. I thought it was going to be a little bit better of a plane, but you have my complaints. Okay. Just a short stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna fly this thing again. I may fly the A310, which is Microsoft, and it's in any build. So I'll probably have more luck with that. So I will see you all next time. Great seeing you. Bye for now.